one of the most beautiful ways that God works in our life is through our words. Right? It's a little surprising, right? And how can human speech, sometimes which is even filthy, right? There are bad language which actually slips out of our mouth because of the things that we watch. It goes inside us, and the same thing also comes out of us. So one of the ways, wonderful ways that God, this great and awesome working God, works in our life is through our words, our speech. Now, how do you know that He's working through our words? Look at the book of John. Okay, so the Bible, Old Testament, New Testament, New Testament, John. Okay, the book of John, chapter 13 and chapter 14 and verse 10. Chapter 14 and verse 10. The words that I say to you are not just my own. These are the words of Jesus. The words that I say to you are not just my own. Rather, it is the Father living in me who is doing His work. It is the Father living in me who is doing His work. Okay? That's the work of God inside of Jesus. And the way it is being expressed out, the words that I say to you are not just my own. Rather, it is the Father living in me who is doing His work. Okay, so, and here are some questions that I have, some are thoughts that I have for you. What are the kinds of words that we are speaking? What is the words that we are regularly speaking? Our language, does it contain something called as a victim card? There is this very nice book which my landlord had written, and if you start from the preface, from the introduction itself, the one thing that he keeps emphasizing is this: do not play the victim card. Stop being the victim, stop playing the victim always. The question is, what kind of language are we having? In our language, are we saying, oh, this has happened to me, my wife has done this, my husband has done this, my friend has done this, my relative has done this, my brother has done this, my sister has done this, XYZ has done this, my neighbor has done this. The thing is, the language that we have contains so much of this feeling and this conviction that we are already the victim. Okay, so what are we ending up accepting in our life? Victimhood. We are definitely playing victims and attracting being, the victimhood nature, right? Speaking the words of a victim. Are we speaking the words of a victim, or are you speaking the words of a victorious person? Now, next, our internal talk. Let's assume the times that we didn't open our mouth. We shut our mouth nice and tight, but still there is an internal talk which is happening inside our heart. Our internal talk, is it that of a victim? Okay? Now look at the proof. What happens when God is working in us? Okay? And look at this. Verse 12. If you have faith in me, you will do greater things. Okay, here is Jesus. He is God. Okay. Beyond that, Jesus Christ Himself is telling us, if you have faith in me, you will do greater things. Why? Because He says, because I am going to the Father. That's what Jesus is saying. So Jesus is saying that Jesus is going to the Father. Right? So He is going to the Father, and I will do whatever you ask in my name, so that the Son, that is Himself, that is the Christ, may bring glory to the Father. So so the Son here wants to bring glory to the Father. You may ask me for anything in my name, and I will do it. Okay? So what if this is the assurance that God is giving us, then what should be our internal talk? Should our internal talk, it begins with our self-talk, right? What our internal talk, our quiet time talk, or those thoughts which are running in our mind, is it that of a victim or a person who is already won? Because here is a promise which says that ask anything and it is done. Ask anything in my name and it is done. Why it is done? Because that will bring glory to God. Because it means that Christ has brought glory to God. So ask me and I will do it for you, so that it brings glory to the Father. So let's not be a victim, because we are not victims. Let our language not be that of victimization. Maybe your team leader said something, maybe your project manager said something, maybe this happened, maybe that happened. Keep all that aside and ask yourself, are you a victim or are you a winner? Are you a victor? if you are a victor, have the language of a victorious person. The second you have a language of a victorious person, you know what to ask God for. You know what to ask Jesus. Then when you ask Jesus, He will do it. Why? So that He brings glory to the Father. Right? And that's what the last verse says. You may ask me for anything in my name, and I will do it. I hope that this is a blessing for you. Adios.